This is cover test recording for V551 ocular motility and refraction. Cover test recording. Cover test findings are not often written out longhand, and the nomenclature used for recording the cover test has long been standardized. Let's start out with simply the definition of direction. The O with the cross between it represents orthophoria, where the patient has no deviation vertically or horizontally. E represents ESO, as in the eyes are in. X represents exo, the eyes were out. T represents tropia, P represents phoria, and H represents hypertropia. There is typically no abbreviation for hypo. It either needs to be written out in long form, or typically the hyper is recorded for the opposite eye. And the reason for this is, quite simply, if you look at a lateral phoria, that is a horizontal phoria, the eyes can just move left and in. So if you cover your right eye, it moves in. And you cover your other eye, it moves in. So they move in the same direction but in, or out if it's an exo. If it's a vertical phoria or tropia, though, they aren't moving equally. One eye moves up always, and the other eye moves down always. So in a vertical phoria, we always need to record the eye from which the phoria or the direction is coming, which in this case is a hyper or hypo. For that reason, though, there's always one eye that's up, so we can always record that eye as the hyper and ignore the hypo in the recording principle. We also need to record the eye, but we only need to record the eye that has the problem in tropias and vertical heterophorias. It's pretty simple here, straightforward. R stands for right, L stands for left. Conversely, we can also sometimes have alternating, in which case we put ALT, or intermittent, INT. And these are designations where there isn't a specific eye. The tropia can move between the two eyes, or is not always present. We also need to record the magnitude of the deviation we detected in the cover test. This is typically recorded before the deviation direction, and we use the amount of neutralizing prism plus the prism symbol shown here. An incorrect version would be to put base out, the direction of the base out. We do not record that. We record the direction of the phoria or tropia. So the correct example would be 10 prism diopters EP, not base out BO. We always need to record the phorias at distance and near. Typically, an apostrophe will be used to designate near. Alternatively, you can just record DIST or NEAR near as your distance testing. Let's look at some examples. Here we have a cover test. At distance, it was ortho. And at near, it was 3 prism diopters exophoria. So we have recorded XP. Another example here is 35 prism diopters RET. That stands for right esotropia, RET. And we have a different amount at near, which is marked by the apostrophe, so it's 25 prism diopters RET. We could also alternatively record the distance, though, with the distance is 10 prism diopters LXT, or left exotropia, and near 25 prism diopters XLT. Thank you.